Sometimes we like to get educational here on Pure Weirdo. Actually, where are my glasses? Wait here. Right. Now I feel like I'm ready to teach you stuff. So I've made a few videos talking about like LGBT issues and stuff, mostly asexual issues because that's part of my identity. And I've gotten a lot of people saying that that really helped them. So I'm going to try and make more videos talking about this, also just because I feel passionate about this subject and stuff. Woo! So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about like acronyms and the overall umbrella term used for people who are not cisgender, heterosexual, heteroromantic people. You know what I mean. So the most common term people use that everyone will have heard and is used most often in the mainstream media is LGBT, sometimes with a little asterisk after the T. The asterisk after the T is very, very controversial, and as a general rule of thumb I just stay clear of it. I'm not going to get into that right now, that could be a whole video in itself, but I'm going to put links to multiple videos and things talking about that because just don't put the thing after the T. Probably the biggest criticism of LGBT is that it stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and there are people out there who are not cis-het who are also not lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. For example, me. I'm asexual and panromantic. That's not in there. People often put the plus after it, which kind of means, oh, and everything else. There's also LGBTQIA, which tries to fit more people in, because it includes queer as an overall term, and it also includes intersex, and the A. And there's like this huge controversy over what the A stands for. The A doesn't stand for allies, guys. Don't, ugh. The problem is, with any kind of term that you use that has a list of labels, you're never gonna fit in every single label because there are infinite labels and infinite identities for everybody in the world. Also, that includes Q, like I said, which stands for queer, which is another umbrella term some people use for anybody who's not straight. I'm gonna say straight, by that I mean cis, het, and het. BT dubs. The only problem with queer is that it has previously been used as a slur and there are still a lot of people who are uncomfortable with it because of its history. What I tend to do with words such as this, like reclaimed slurs, is that it's perfectly okay to identify with it yourself and to use it in relation to yourself. It's perfectly okay to use it in relation to somebody who has told you they're okay with that label, but if you don't know, don't do it. Don't use it in relation to someone who you don't know if they're okay with it or not. Moving on to another term, which is GSM or GSRM sometimes, which is gender and sexual and sometimes romantic minorities. This one's good because, like I said, it's not just a list of labels, it's an overall umbrella term, so it doesn't miss anybody out really. The only problem with this one is that it says sexual minorities and not orientations, which means that sometimes it's being used by people who aren't actually non-straight, if that makes sense. So because it says sexual minorities, there are some people out there who seem to think that that includes people with like kinks and fetishes and stuff, including paedophilia, so most people are jumping ship on that. I got interrupted by a phone call there, so I don't actually know how much of that you can get. Basically, people are not using the term GSM or GSRM anymore because it has been appropriated by people who technically are not in that spectrum, who are like pedophiles and stuff, so And finally, onto the one that I personally use, yeah, which is MOGII. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, MOGII, which is marginalised orientations, gender identities, and intersex. Once again, not a list of labels, it's inclusive of any identity you can have. It includes gender, orientations, and intersex people, because intersex people are often left out of these labels. I've not yet seen any reason that this could be problematic to use, but a lot of people don't use this label just simply because not many people know what it means, so if you say it, you'll have to explain what it means, so it's easier just to say LGBT. Also, there are some people out there who just use gay to mean anybody who's not straight, which is okay, I guess. Once again, I think it's okay to use it in relation to yourself, if you think that's okay. Personally, I do, even though I'm not sure what my gender is, so I don't know whether I'm attracted to a person of the same gender as me or not, and I'm definitely not homosexual. I still use gay sometimes if I have a crush on someone who's really attractive and I'm feeling like particularly girly and I have a crush on a girl, or feeling particularly boyish and I have a crush on a boy, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so gay. And the thing is that the rights of LGBT, for want of a better phrase, people are often just referred to as gay rights, and same-sex marriage is often just referred to as gay marriage. So all of that kind of stuff, like gay pride parades and stuff, it kind of feels like LGBT people are allowed to refer to themselves as gay because everybody else in the world is. So that has been your education for today. Let's make this a series or something, I don't know. I have stuff I want to talk about pertaining to MOGII issues, so if you have any ideas for topics or any questions or anything like that, put them in the comment section. I will either answer them in a comment or make a new video or something. So let's do that, guys. Learning, education, yeah. I'll see you at some point. You may have noticed I've been making videos a lot more often now, and that's really fun. I actually made this the exact same day as I made the other one, but I had more sleep. And I'm probably not going to put it up for another couple days, so you don't notice that I filmed 2 in one day. But I did. I look a hell of a lot smarter in this one though. Anyway, learning happened today. You're welcome. See you later. Goodbye.